all about the market setup. Continues to be a down day. It's a sharp fall that we've seen in the last couple of minutes. And one stock which is also seeing a sharper cut right now is Paytm. There has been a block deal, 2 crore shares, or almost 3.1% of equity has changed hands. And there's been a sharp downtick and a slight recovery from the lows that we are seeing. The stock still is down 6% in trade. Nimesh is joining us with the details and what he's picking up on this one. Nimesh?
Hi, Sonal. So, as you rightly pointed out, there is a large block, nearly 3% equity changing hands and at a deep discount. And hence, that's the reason why the stock is under pressure as well. But what I understand from sources, most likely, Ant Financial, which is a large shareholder in Paytm, they were the likely sellers in today's block deal. So, if you look at the shareholding pattern of Paytm, it's largely owned by institutions. Ant Financial owns 24%, little over almost 25%. So 24.8% stake is what Ant Financial holds in Paytm, and they are the likely sellers in today's block. I still don't have a color on who are the large buyers, but looks like it's going to be institutions, both domestic and both domestic and FIs would have participated on the buy side. But what I understand is on the sell side, Ant Financial was a likely seller in today's block deal. As I said, it's largely institutional owned. If you look at the top holders of Paytm, Alibaba still owns 6% stake. They sold a large chunk a couple of months back. Even their lockup, I believe, is going to open up in the next few weeks from now. So Alibaba owns a little over 6%. There is Self Partners, which is a large private equity. They own close to 15%. And Ant Financial, which is a likely seller in today's block, they own close to 25%. So it's largely owned by institutions. But looks like in today's block, the seller was Ant Financial. And a combination of both domestic and FIs are likely to be buyers. But I still don't have a color on the buyers. But what I understand from sources, that large investor Ant Financial, which is like Alibaba, they were the big seller in today's block deal.
Nimesh, SoftBank, do you know when their lock-in ends? Because I remember they had sold a very large block sometime towards the middle of November.
That's right.
Yeah, so do you want to tell us a little bit more about what you gave us an indication of who the other big seller holders are in Paytm, but any word on when the window lifts that they could go ahead and sell if they would like to?
Rima, if my memory corrects, looks like there was a 3-month lockup for Alibaba as when they sold that big chunk. So I guess there is another 2 weeks left for their lockup to open up. So today's block most likely is Ant Financial, who sold a big chunk in Paytm today. But at least to my understanding, for Alibaba, there is still a couple of weeks left for the lockup to open up.
Okay. All right. Okay, Nimesh, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. So that's Paytm in focus, down 6% in trade. And the downtrend continues, actually, 17,777 on the Nifty. And we have the mid-caps too, which are reeling under a lot of pressure. So we'll keep getting you more updates on this one because, yes, there is no pause, at least, to that selling pressure that we have seen in last 15 minutes or so. Slip into a short break. Up next, we'll put focus on Maruti Suzuki's India's launch.